thanks for
It
having
still
me.
must be very, very hard for you to continually have to recount what you went through in North Korea. But is there one particular memory that is still very vivid for you?
I think it's definitely the execution that I saw, and because it was not that new thing for me, because I saw that many times, but that time was very different. My best friend's mother, and she was a very gentle lady who gave me cookie and who feed me, and she was a very gentle woman. And when she got killed, but that time it was not just her. She was with 7 other people, and there was a 20 years early teen or late 20, that kind of people were with her, and they got killed. And when they shoot, I saw that the human flesh just come out, and the brain comes out, and that kind of scenes cannot be really.
Yeah, Yeonmi, how old were you when you saw this happen?
9 years old.
Only 9 years old. And what happened to you then? What happened to you and your family?
That time my father also, he was a criminal, and I was criminal's daughter. And my mom also interrogated for 2 years, and then she went to prison by breaking a law to move. So North Korea doesn't have any freedom of movement, and she went back to her house without permission, and that's why she got arrested and she sent to in jail. And
you can see some pictures that we're all looking at now of you in happier times in North Korea with your family. Mm-hmm. What was that decision like? Do you remember when your mother decided that you would have to flee, you'd have to leave North Korea and try and find safety in the south?
When that time, actually, we didn't know if we go somewhere there is a place where actually embrace us, and we didn't even know the refugee, that kind of word. And just only what we knew was that if we are staying here, we are going to die for food, and there's no hope.
You were going to starve?
Yes.
Did you see other people starving around you?
Oh yeah, I was the one who starved, and I didn't have any moment to look at other people, and I literally had to eat the grass and the dragonflies and frozen potatoes. And even that, if I could eat the frozen potatoes, I would never start that journey. But just we had no choice. But we see is only China. Next to us was China, and there's nothing we can have any other options.
But what happened to you and to your mother, particularly when you arrived in China?
I thought China was going to be better than North Korea, and it was worse. And when I was 13 years old, I saw my mother raped in front of my own eyes. But the rapist was targeted me, and he wanted to have a sex with me. And I didn't even know the words what is sex. And my mom got raped instead, and she sacrificed herself to be raped for me.
Do you know what it is inside you that you have, what strength it is you have, that means that you've survived all this and you now speak and try and help other women?
I don't think so. It's a very special thing.
I think we think you're very special because your remarkable story and what you're doing now. It must take a lot of courage.
I think, but for me, it's as a human being, I think I cannot forget them. And I cannot forget have this, and how can I be free here? All the things I went through is all the girls just like my age, 11, 13, 15, these girls are being sold for $200. And as a human being, I just cannot really forget them. So I don't think so. I'm a North Korean, that's why I'm doing this. But as a human being, I just have to do this.
A sense of moral obligation.
Yeah.
Obviously very, very strong for you. But aren't you now also under threat? Aren't you on a list as well of defectors who is being watched? Is that scary for you?
Oh, I am on target list, and then it feels really, I cannot even explain how that feels. The one regime and one terror that North Korea regime against me, and the one countries against me, that feels is really scary. And every interview, every place that I go, I just think it can be my last place that I visit, and it can be my last person that I can see. But I think somebody gotta pay that price for that, take that freedom, and somebody have to pay that price. So some people who are being forgotten, that they can be visible, and they can be seen to us. So I'm really grateful for that. I can be that sacrifice to the people, and through me, people can see the people who are being forgotten and who are dying right at this moment for freedom.
Do you believe that one day the regime will fall in North Korea and that
Absolutely.
you might be able to go home?
Absolutely. I am very optimistic, and I really believe lie doesn't have power. North Korean regime, they brainwashed me more than decades. They brainwashed my mom more than 4 decades. But when we face the truth, it didn't have any power left on us. It just disappeared just suddenly and immediately. And like that, North Korea is just fake regime, and they are just torturing people and terrorize people there. But I believe in humanity. We are going to help them out from that terror. And I think that's why I'm very optimistic. And I heard the first word a few years ago. I heard that all the human beings are equal and all the humans have their rights. And I just couldn't believe this world can be this generous.
So when you heard for the first time some of these concepts that we take for granted, that every human being is equal, when you came to the South and started hearing ideas like that, how was that for you when that world was opened up?
Why? When I was in North Korea, I saw the movie Titanic. But that was my actual turning point in my life. It was not because it was a love story. I just couldn't get it why people are making movie for such a shameful story. And how did the actors and the directors will survive? I thought they died. And I just couldn't get why this really such a movie. And we are never going to make any movie about the human desires, human natures. Everything is about the regime and dictator. But that's kind of thing that I heard. Why? How can we are all equal? No, Kim Il-sung is special. They have some special power. And what do you mean we are all equal? And it took so long time to me to understand why and the concepts of freedom and human rights. I know the words, but I didn't really get it. What does it mean?
Before we finish today's program, I just have to quickly ask you as well, your mother, your sister, are they with you now in South Korea? Are they okay?
In South Korea, yes.
And life there is good for you now?
Oh, they are just started. My sister is learning about the Wi-Fi, car, like that.